Welcome to Easy Life Journey. I'm Tyler. Let's talk about anxiety, everyone's worst enemy. Let me show you how to calm anxiety for good. Living with anxiety can be depressing. However, living with anxiety for 9 to 10 years can be miserable. That was me. This practical guide is exactly how I was able to banish anxiety. Number 1, 85% of worries never come to pass. How many restless nights and wasted days have your thoughts occupy you? Too many to count. Now, how many of those thoughts have actually come to pass? 1 out of 10, maybe? You see, stress causes more stress. Useless anxiety creates more useless anxiety. You have children to take care of. You have a project that needs to be met. You have to provide food and water for your family. Who doesn't have those things? Thinking about useless stress throughout the day was bad enough. Then having to think for hours upon hours as one tries to slumber can be miserable. I realized that as each day flew by, I was getting older, unhealthier, and more anxious, yet my anxiety wasn't going away. Nothing really changed. My job was the same. My friends were the same. Where I lived was the same. Do you see what I am trying to paint to you? I stopped worrying and being anxious. 10 years was long enough. Can you fathom another 10 years or even the rest of your life? No more. I was done with this crap. We all have a choice. I choose to stop being anxious because 99% of it never happened anyways. Number 2, anxiety can cause health issues. Stress is usually a bad thing, but it can also be a good thing. Happiness can be a stress. Now let's look at bad stress or unhealthy stress. According to PsyCom, anxiety is triggered by stress. That means for anxiety to arise, one must stress out first. But we aren't talking about anticipation or for a promotion or winning first place or the likes. This stress is healthy and pleasant. We are talking about everyday stress, which can be deadly. Sure, it won't kill you immediately, but years over years it surely can. Studies from NPR.com says stress can indeed be lethal, but before it kills you, stress can do some nasty things to your body and health. This includes breakouts, hard time taking a dump, gain weight, affect memory, lose hair and even turn it gray, affect the reproductive system and make you tired. So don't worry, be happy. Well, now you have a good reason to stop being anxious. Start worrying about your well-being, happiness, and health, and stop worrying about whether Trump is going to win his second term or if China is going to invade the US. None of that matters because it probably won't happen ever. A life worth living is a life without stress and anxiety. Number 3, execution is the key to everything. If you're lazy or despise long hours, then you should pay close attention. Anxiety doesn't care if you're poor or rich. Cambridge Institute of Health study stated that 60% of women that are anxious tend to be on the poor side compared to their wealthy counterpart. As for men, there was no correlation, since we use drugs or alcohol to deal with our anxiety. You have bills to be paid, your house may be foreclosed, or your car may go repo. You can never afford the fancy life. This can be solved with work. However, hard work can only get one so far. If working hard meant everything, then those in the military and even janitors would be the wealthiest people on earth. Learn how to educate yourself and work smart. I can bet my life that money can solve most of what you are anxious about. If you really want it, you will find a way. Unless you are somehow disabled, then there's no excuse. Some of the poorest people have rise to a rank of super wealthy elites. If they can do it, then you can too. What if I told you there was another way? Have you tried the minimalist lifestyle? Do you practice meditation? Do you eat healthy? Do you work out or do some type of physical activity? Are you getting at least 7 or 8 hours of sleep? How often do you have sex? Do you value nature and even the little things like sunshine? Do you practice positivity? Is it not better to sacrifice 1 or 2 weeks to better yourself? Or would you prefer to exist in an endless cycle of suffering and misery? Your health should be the utmost important thing in this world. A healthy body is usually a healthy mind. A healthy being can do far more and endure more than one who is not. Keep your mind busy by keeping your body active. Also learn to meditate. It is the gateway to everything and will solve any problems you have. Number 4, enjoy nature and what Earth has to offer. Does sunshine correlate with happiness? Yeah, you bet it does. People used to worship the sun, and even today the sun is still worshipped. Does the sight of bright, luscious, tall grass make you orgasm? It should, just a little. Waking up to a ray of sunshine on my face, wind blowing my hair as I watch the sunrise along with green grass dancing around me. This is life. This is what happiness tastes like. Why do you think prisons are depressing and a fate worse than death? If you put all those inmates in a field of green grass or on an island in the middle of a bright blue sea, then surely those prisoners will never want to leave if you force them to. Here are the benefits of nature and why we humans require it. Gives children a sense of imagination, makes us all feel equal, connects us spiritually, gives us a sense of relaxation and comfort, teaches us about the circle of life. Being outdoor is healthy, provides us with the necessities like food, water, shelter, and warmth. Plants and flowers have so many benefits and can produce productivity by 40%. The sight, smell, and even touch of nature can change the tune of your day or at least brighten it. So the next time you're feeling anxious or worried about something that's never going to happen, just go outside and feel the love of Mother Nature as she embraces her warmth around your body and soul. Number 5, to exist or to live. Existing requires no effort or skills. Sadly, 95% of us are doing just that. Living, depending on whether you want to live a good life or live to the fullest, well, that all depends on how you perceive things. Let's pretend you're a minimalist or even a filthy rich person with anxiety. So does it really matter what you have or don't have if you can't even enjoy it? I can't say attitude is everything, but it surely helps in many ways you can't even imagine. After I left the military and started working every day for 5 years with my uncle, I have come to realize it isn't about the money, work, friends, fun, or anything really. It's all about how you perceive things. So what did I try next? Change. I've learned to eat to live. Pretty much stop drinking unless it's a special occasion. Can't smoke weed since I travel in most places I go to ban any drug use. I watch TV only when I eat and all without anxiety. Maybe the very things that you do every single day are the root cause of your anxiety. Try to eliminate or change half of the things you do on a daily basis. Just make sure it is for the better or healthier. So an example would be, if you don't exercise, then start. If you eat a little bit of fruit and veggies, then start eating more. Instead of watching 4 hours of TV a day, maybe use 2 hours to walk or engage in some activity and better yourself mentally and physically. If you're just going to complain and make excuses on why you can't overcome anxiety, then that is exactly what you have chosen for yourself. So don't blame anyone but yourself if you keep living with anxiety because you decide not to help yourself or even try. Glory and triumph doesn't come easy, but it sure hell is worth it.